Did you know that bison, although at the verge of extinction, are being processed daily in their millions for meat? This is how bison are raised and processed for premium meat inside the modern bison farming industry. When you think of modern, large-scale livestock farming, you picture intensive operations, fences, and feedlots, right? Well, the bison industry, which now manages hundreds of thousands of animals across the US and Canada, started with a different philosophy. You can't domesticate a bison, you can only manage its instincts. The rearing of these bison isn't a small-scale hobby. It's a careful blend of respecting the wild nature of these powerful beasts and applying modern, large-scale sustainable science to managing them in their thousands. The real story of premium bison meat started on hundreds of thousands of acres of open rangeland, often utilizing regenerative grazing practices to the extreme. This wasn't just letting them wander. It's strategic. See, bison are natural ecological engineers. Unlike typical domestic cattle, which tend to camp in one spot and overgraze, bison will selectively nibble and then move on, covering vast distances. This behavior mimics the historic massive migrations that kept the prairies healthy for millennia. Ranchers use a system of high-tensile fences and strategic watering points to rotate huge herds through different pastures quickly. This process is intensely monitored. It's an active effort to the land, allowing native grasses to fully recover, deepening the soil, and efficiently removing atmospheric carbon. The animals thrive on a diet that is almost entirely grass or hay. They are built for this land. They don't need expensive, climate-controlled barns. They face the blizzards head-on. Their coats are nature's best insulation, a testament to their rugged survival mechanism. Calving is natural, usually with little to no human intervention, resulting in robust, healthy offspring. This low-stress, natural life is what gives the meat its distinct, rich flavor and is the first crucial step in establishing it as a premium product. The success of managing these powerful animals with so much freedom, however, presents a fascinating challenge. The harvest requires a transition. This is where the old-school wisdom meets new-age equipment, and it leads us directly to the carefully planned moment the bison's life path begins to change. Let's be honest, moving a 1,000-pound bull that can jump a 6-foot fence and run 35 miles an hour is not easy, especially when you need to move hundreds of them in a single day. Remember, a bison isn't a docile cow. They're still a wild species, and they react strongly to fear or pressure. For large operations, this is where the low-stress handling philosophy isn't just ethical, it's of economic importance. Stress hormones released in an anxious animal can degrade meat quality, which can ruin the texture and taste of a premium cut. To manage huge herds, modern bison ranchers avoid yelling and prodding. They rely on low-stress techniques, using their understanding of bison behavior at specialized facilities. In the facility, chutes and pens are built high and strong. Think 7 to 8 foot high steel panels rated for incredible force, often with solid sides to block their vision and keep the animals from panicking at the sight of humans. The ranchers or handlers work them slowly and quietly, applying subtle pressure at specific points to gently guide the herd. They frequently use long, curved alleyways, a design principle borrowed from leading livestock experts that make the animal feel like they are simply following a path back to their buddies, not being pushed into a confined corner. This specialized infrastructure is a significant investment for these large-scale farms, but it pays off in calm animals and superior meat quality. Most bison destined for the consumer market are young bulls, typically around 18 to 30 months old. Their life on the open range, eating grass and roaming free, is what gives the meat its unique, high-protein and extremely lean profile. However, to ensure a consistently tender texture and a white fat cap, which consumers often prefer, many large modern operations introduce a finishing ration of high-quality, traceable grain, hay, or sometimes a molasses mix for the last 90 to 120 days. This short finishing period is precisely where the ranching process prepares the animal for the next critical step, the long-distance, low-stress journey to the processing facility. When the animals are ready, the careful low-stress loading process marks the end of their life on the range. This journey from the peaceful prairie to the hustle of the processing plant is a huge, challenging transition that must be managed with respect to preserve the animal's superior quality. A quality that is about to meet the ultimate test of a high-volume USDA-inspected facility. Okay, so now we've got a healthy, well-managed bison leaving the ranch. Now, how does that lean, robust, wild spirit get turned into a perfectly cut, vacuum-sealed, premium steak that lands on plates globally? This is where the modern USDA-inspected processing facility takes over, ensuring safety, consistency, and ethical procedures at a massive scale that supplies major national restaurant chains and premium grocery stores worldwide. Because of the sheer size and raw power of the bison, they are not easily handled in standard beef systems. The processing line equipment is far more robust and often customized. The process is streamlined, using highly controlled techniques focused on speed and efficiency to minimize any undue stress upon arrival. Humane handling is paramount under federal law, with rigorous third-party audits and regulations governing the use of specialized stunning methods that render the animal unconscious instantly, making the next step painless. This is a non-negotiable step to meet both ethical standards and the rigorous food safety requirements that underpin the premium price point. Once the carcass is dressed, the real precision begins. Bison meat is prized for being incredibly lean, often significantly less fatty than even skinless chicken. This leanness means it must be handled and chilled very differently than beef to preserve its quality and prevent a defect known as cold shortening, which is a toughening of the meat. The carcasses are rigorously tracked, chilled in state-of-the-art coolers, and then broken down by highly skilled butchers. Every cut, from the premium ribeyes, strip sirloins, and tenderloins to the massive volumes of ground meat, is precisely trimmed, verified, packaged, and labeled under stringent, continuous food safety protocols. It's a high-tech operation of stainless steel, digital tracking, and efficiency, ensuring that the final product, lean, high-protein, and full of that unique, rich flavor, is ready for rapid distribution to demanding markets across the globe. The journey of a bison is more than just farming. It's a story of a remarkable American comeback driven by market demand. From the sprawling regenerative ranches of the West and Midwest to the cold, precision-driven environment of the modern processing plant, the industry has successfully scaled up to meet the global hunger for premium, lean, and historically authentic red meat. It's a compelling, intense story where the principles of dedicated land stewardship, high animal welfare, and cutting-edge logistics converge to deliver a high-quality product right to your dinner table. The bison is an icon of the plains, and today it's also a powerful symbol of responsible, profitable, and massive-scale modern agriculture. However, this is where the story gets real. The demand for bison is strong and continues to grow, fueled by health-conscious consumers seeking a leaner, high-protein alternative to traditional beef. The U.S. bison market alone is valued in hundreds of millions of dollars and is projected to expand significantly over the next decade. While the number of bison processed annually is still tiny compared to cattle, it has been steadily increasing year over year to keep pace. This surge in demand has created a crucial tension. The industry needs more animals to meet the consumer appetite, but must do so without compromising the ethical, low-stress, and regenerative practices that define its premium status. This delicate balance of growth, quality, and conservation defines the future of the American bison on your plate. Today, the bison is more than just a historical monument. It's a testament to modern ranching that honors the past while building a sustainable future. But will the growing demand be met with an equally sustainable supply? Let us know what you think in the comment section. While you're at it, kindly give this video a thumbs up, share, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.